Took a little break, went for a little walk, had some dinner, picked this up at the discount store. Saw this rack. I would have picked up more. And I'm going to use this somewhere on the bench to like create more space. But it's going to have to be a different color. Maybe paint it red, maybe paint it black. I don't know. Something. So where were we? We were here. And I'm emailing somebody about yet another green machine. So this is number 2, 3 and 4 in the works, and potentially number 5 is in the works. So we're going all out green. I have got the green bug bad. I'm going to have a green museum. You know, I really don't know what this is. I have no clue what this is. Obviously it goes it's a dye of some sort, but what does it do? So if anybody knows what this is, please let me know. We talked about all the parts in here. This looks like some of this stuff part, I think. And one of the bullet seaters, potentially. And again, this an original finished output bin. How effing cool is this? All right, so let's put this. Let's put this over here with this awesome, never been used-ish. And this, what the F is this? I don't know. So this is something for $357, but what? I do not know what this could be. Let me get this out of the way too. And tight fit, tight fit. Ooh, that's a really tight fit. Let's get some oilage in that. Let's make it a little easier to slip in. Let me get my little minuscule piece of whoops, there goes the camera stand, tripod. Yeah, let me oh, there's just no room. There's no room. Trust me, it's a small packed garage. All right, let's maybe do a little bigger piece of steel wool here. All right, that takes care of that. Get a little oil up in there. Let's see how that's not too bad. Try and get a little clean going up in here. Yeah, a little dirty. Wow, I didn't even notice this. This is a bit discolored. So that'll get worked on. Much smoother. You ever notice that oh, that's a pretty big hole. That really goes in there. Okay, this is not making sense. Unless unless this is yeah, maybe this is not the right piece of thingy thing. It's not that. All right. So I will not keep you wondering, but that is clearly not okay. So that goes in, but here's what's interesting. God damn it. Here's what's interesting. This yeah, that okay, so that what's stumping me here is this is not threaded. So you know, the fact that this is the way the all right, so I'm just gonna have to, yeah, for something that's not threaded, it's acting threaded. That is very, very strange because it's not threaded. There are no threads. The threads are in here, and that's really, really interesting. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, you can see that's smooth bore. What we're gonna do is clean that out a little bit. And it's not very strange. Very strange, I must say. So I'll probably edit this out because I don't think anybody's going to want to watch this. Long, boring, fixing stuff. Oiling this up again. And I'm gonna Throw some oil on here too, because for whatever reason, this doesn't want to play nice. All right, let's try this again. That is just bizarro. It's fucking bizarro. That's what that is. It's fucking bizarro. I mean, the fact that it's trying to thread for something that has no fucking threads. Holy bizarromania. So we're gonna rotate this around because I need to see. WTF is going on with this angle. Time to move shit out of the way. Now I'm irritated. Makes no fucking sense. Alright, so that is exactly centered. And we are going to play the game of putting this in the middle of something that isn't threaded. Would make much more sense if it was threaded. And that's Murphy's Law. That is, I'm gonna lock that because the handle always likes to F with me. That's one for the books. Yeah, this is much stiffer than my 45. This is not seen usage in a long time, so I would oil that, probably put a little oil around there. All right, so even though it hasn't seen usage in a long time, it doesn't feel bad. Yeah, I take that back. It does not feel like. Yeah, there's some binding going on here. I'm not quite sure where the binding is, but one of the things that somebody else talked about a long time ago. So yeah, that should not be binding as much as it is right now. So I'm gonna get this a little wetter. See if that helps any. Thank goodness for this little no, that is, I mean, you can hear it, you can feel it binding too. Okay, so there's one thing I want to try while you're all here. Not that this will ever see the light of day. Move more stuff out of the way. Oh, look at that. I lucked out on that one. I knew I'm going to need an extender on that. So I'm going to I'm going to try, might as well put a little oil up in there too. So this looks beautiful. I mean, paint-wise, condition-wise, looks really good. Looks really good. Doesn't feel as good as it looks. Does not feel as good as it looks. So I'm going to, my goal, let's get rid of some pieces that may break. 3:30 seconds. Let me entertain you. There we go. So I am going to try to break this loose, and that does not want to break loose. That's not wanting to break loose. So my theory, I saw this online, is these were tightened back down. Oh yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, that is not happening, folks. So my goal here is to loosen these. Wow, that's not happening. That is not happening. All right, so we have some binding going on. Yeah, and it feels like the binding is occurring. Let's see if this has something to do with it, because there's a lot of rust right here, and this may not be turning as freely as it should. I don't know how many times I've dropped this fucking oil can, but it's annoying me. Yeah, so on my other press, if I leave this handle, you know, I can't leave this handle like this. It would come down on me. You can hear a grind right about, so I don't know if there's something sticking in here. I can't tell if there's an issue inside here. This is definitely not turning yet. So there's something still going on there. Because you've got wear right here, a lot of wear. So something has been wrong here for a while, because this isn't turning either. Methinks a little too much non-use. Been sitting. So this is an unboxing, long-ass troubleshooting. Yeah, that's too bad. That may require some longer I do think that these boards are originals. Yeah, that's I wouldn't have thought this to be so difficult to let's try it like this. Let's see if that will allow me to yeah, I just don't like that these are we don't need these here right now. Didn't think this would be such a hard task. And it's just gonna have more negative on the bench, so that's not gonna work. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I will probably lock the handle here. Lock the handle. Yeah, that lock doesn't operate as I expect it to. Holy shit. Mother fudger. That is, yeah, I'm very, this is some shit here. I've got no, wow. Okay, just to prove that I was able to get these out, watch. So that turns. That turns. Turning by hand. Turning by hand. Yeah, that was a major brute force thing. So I did tighten, I did loosen, oil in between, trying to clean the guide rods as well as buff them a little bit. I'm not going to know until I take the whole thing apart where I'm getting the, so there's a little bit of something's wearing, not quite sure where it is, not sure if it's in here. Okay, since that didn't even touch the looks like the primer might be a little low as well. That's an easy enough fix back here. But getting some interesting grind. A little bit of blood from my first splinter from the real wood. But I've done a little bit of oiling. Some dry lubing. And until I take it apart, I'm not really going to know. I raised the dies up because I wasn't getting a full full draw on my handle. Yeah, I just can't tell where it's where that slight binding is. Those seem a little tight. Yeah, I'm gonna say there wasn't a whole lot of usage. I'm gonna guess it sat more than anything. I'm gonna see if maybe that's where I'm getting my binding. That might be it. I'm gonna say, let's take this off and see what we've got. Nope, this isn't it because there's still some binding. So it's not the priming rod or priming system, but something right there. Right there. I still think it might be in the, there might be something happening right in here. So we will let some overnight oil seep in there. See how that is tomorrow. We're kind of done for today. Springs are in great shape. They don't need to be evapor-rusted. There we go. Let's put this back together the way it's supposed to be. Could just be, oh, getting some binding. Some binding, some interesting binding. Wow, where the fuck is that coming from? Wow, that is just interesting. I wonder if there's just something caught in here. Loosen those. Yeah, that's that was a suggestion from somebody in another forum to make sure you tighten these hex when the RAM is all the way up, because yeah, there's definitely some binding, right? It's not smooth like my 45. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but we'll be taking it apart and we'll find out. So definitely more to come. Wow, that is just terrible. Yeah, that is muy terrible. So let's do this. Let's take this one out. Let's take that out, just for giggles. And then, what time is it? Oh, it's late. Family's going to be irritated. All right, let's see what we've got here. Do we have the same binding? Yes, we do. Yeah. Feels like it's on this side. So let's do this. Let's take that out. Some midnight maintenance. God, thank God for that fucking lock. Too much oil everywhere. I don't remember what that was. So it's yes. And none of the freaking bolts are the same size. Let's build a press where every nut and bolt is a different super smooth, gliding, uber gliding, gliding like glass. All right, so we know it's not the guide rods. We got some issues up here. We got some issues up here. So I don't know if it's, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take this out too. I'm not going to take it out, we're going to move it up. All right, so in theory, even though this is quite gnarly, why don't we do a little fixie on this? Wow, that's nasty. That might actually be pitted. All right, that cleans up nice. Sorry you can't see me right this minute. Better. So we'll put this back in because I don't believe this is an issue. Still needs to be cleaned for sure. Okay, why is that not going in? What did I do? Do I have... Motherfucker. It's gonna kick my ass. Alright. Okay, so that's in. We'll put this back on for temporary. I don't remember which. Okay. And we've got Mr. Primer going here. Alright, so we've still got some binding. So there is something related to the transfer bar. So something's going on in transfer bar central. So there's the culprit. The transfer bar, if I can not have tension on the spring and not get hit in the head with the handle. So we've got Houston, we've got a problem. So I'm going to get some blueness. And so if we're all smooth right now, that means we got some issues somewhere in here. Let's see, maybe some burrs. How about I dry off my nasty hands? Who knows? So I'm seeing some die issue rub, but I saw that on the other press too. So we'll see when that gets taken apart. But methinks right now, okay, we are gliding like glass. We are gliding like glass. I don't like the way that's going back in threading wise. It's not as smooth as this side. So it probably wasn't that. But we have Uber Glide right now. This is how easy the 45 glides. And I should probably tighten the handle, but because I'll be bluing it some more, I'm not going to do that right now. All right, so we have a perfect glide right now. So we have a transfer bar issue. Looks like we've got some drag going on there. I don't see anything. So what I will be doing is polishing the shit out of this in the near future. Clean and polish. Clean and polish, definitely. I can't remember. I have to look on the instructions on what the secret is with that. Taking that off. But that's the problem. So, or let me rephrase that. Between this and in here is where the binding is going on. There's absolutely no blind. This is glass right now. So this is as easy as the 45 press. We just need to figure out what's going on. All right, more to come. Interesting stuff. The plot thickens. Cutesy little bottle. 30 millimeters / 1 ounce Nagaline. I think this is original. I mean, it looks old as shit, so who knows. All right, that's it for tonight. Tired. Hello, YouTubers. Back again. Just wanted to highlight the tools that were used. I don't have my little can of oil here, but between oil, wrenches of all different sizes, Allen wrenches of all different sizes, and plenty of steel wool, that was the magic. So let me show you what's up. So my recent time with this machine, over the last 24 hours, lots of time last night, is I'll call it for fine tuning, no cleaning. Very little cleaning. The only cleaning doing was polishing the guide rods to see if that was where the binding was. And as you can see, you won't be able to hear it, but watch my handle over here. As soon as I bring it halfway, then it's here. All it takes is a touch and we're all the way down. Excuse me. So we are working fine now. Everything is golden. There's absolutely no binding. Everything functions as it should. I've raised up all of the dies just because. This is 38 special. And because there's no powder and or projectiles attached, watch how that thing flies. Boing! Oh, no, it didn't do it. But if I do it, boing, that thing really flies. It's got no weight, and these are 357, so you can see the difference in length. Well, actually you can't. Now you can. Difference in length, 357. Bling! And I'll get that one later. So there were a couple of issues. I didn't like the amount of pitting and rust that was on the transfer bar, so that was taken care of. This was removed. Transfer bar was taken out. I can't recall. I'd have to watch the video to see what I took apart. Basically everything to make sure everything was good. Oiled in terms of for spring and case feeding / fitting. And two of the biggest problems were in the same area. So I don't know if you can see this, but if you watch right here, you'll see this wheel. See how it's rotating? It's now turning. That MFer was not moving. So I had to clean and polish this because essentially it was just a piece of steel rusted and or pressed stuck so that it was just rubbing against this particular guide, whereas now it actually turns. So you'll see all the little wheel. Turn, 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 turn. A lot of pressure. This thing is so over-engineered. The second wheel that was stuck was this one. That one wasn't moving either. So it was just sliding across, not quite grinding, you know, steel against steel, as opposed to rolling across. Whereas now, when you see it, it turns and it rolls against the transfer bar. So now you have a very smooth, and then there was one other issue where there was binding, and that was, there's half moon shaped, maybe this one you can see a little clearer. This particular, no, you can't see it. Ha! Let me lock this wheel, this handle. Right here and right here, these are half cut off. They look like giant thick washers. So this washer was too close, this cutoff was too close to this particular, whatever that's called. And that's where some of the binding was coming from. So after taking everything apart and not really cleaning anything, so this is a very well functioning, at least from steel on steel smoothness, handle, glide, all that good stuff. I put this back together. I have to readjust this. I'll take the dies out, clean them, polish them. The bottom front half is done, cleaned, taken care of, oiled. The back half needs to be done, and then obviously a general cleaning. But everything works now. It is smooth as, just as smooth as the 45. No, really nothing's necessary. In fact, this probably just needs oil to be able to not stick. But it feels great now. If it would have felt like this yesterday, I wouldn't have had to rip it down with all these wonderful tools. But yeah, it feels great now, and more to come in, let's see, this weekend is potentially picking up, let's see, this is press number 2. This is Green Machine press number 2. And everything I'm finding right now is in 38-357. I'd love to find a 9mm or even a 44. So you know, I'll have more 357 presses than I know what to do with, because 3 and 4, the parts 3 and 4 are 38-357, and press number 5, which is 38-357. That one's a surprise. So hopefully this weekend I'll be able to meet and secure that one, but we'll see what happens. So this is done for right now. I'm going to put this away because I want to focus on the Shell Master, and I will be completing the press number 1 with the 45 ACP later this weekend, so you'll see that. Take care for now.